big projects. Let's see if you stand up, and let's see if you're willing to do it. This is going to be done properly, and it's going to be done correctly. Each area and each territorial state is going to get together with their senators. Their senators are going to get together with their chapters, and their chapters are going to come up with a new city plan and drawing, along with my personal builders, Rothschild & Co. business management firm. That means I'm tired of your bullshit, and I'm taking the fuck over. I don't know the way of saying it. So every senator will meet with Rothschild & Co. business management firm, where they will be tied together with a Army Corps engineering, where they will be tied in with Army Corps engineering and make sure that the proper stuff goes in underneath of the ground, as far as anything to move materials underneath of the ground, new equipment, tunneling systems, everything along them lines. First, on the CAD drawing of the new town that will be built in each area. So yeah, there's going to be towns closing. Yep, there's going to be people moving. That's called fucking reality, people. I'm not going to build a damn brand new city in a brand new town sitting on top of an old damn town. It'll cost me more money than what it's worth. And I'll be honest. Old towns that have significant value and historical properties, now that's a different story. They will be gone through and extra time, engineering, and development will take part in order to preserve certain artifacts, buildings, and others. City or Town Point City establishments, buildings, and we also are going to be talking about rebuilding the malls that are currently gone into bank default and closing down. So we will be talking about redoing the malls with the proper business establishments on the bottom and living quarters above the properties, movie theaters, restaurants, barrels, and everything else will be also in it, just like the rest of them that we've already built and constructed right off the interstate. Huge buildings. Huge buildings. We're also going to be using part of my development company, which actually built Dubai and Palestine. So we're going to be using my personal contractor because I'm tired of the bullshit and my boys put out. They actually build. They actually perform their job. They actually secure their job. They actually make sure their job gets done. So I'm not going to rely on y'all. We're going to be relying on my company that actually puts out work. We're also going to be using the formats and CEOs from different companies. Walt Disney actually being one, because they do the design and development on theme parks, and they already have a proper plan of attack as far as CAD and drawings, to make sure things are efficient, to make sure that there's proper police departments, proper medical facilities installed to deal with amount of people that there is in a circumference of an area through zip codes. So we'll make sure that there'll be proper facilities constructed in the proper places for emergency services and for first responders. Certain areas dealing with low-lying area will be raised. Certain facilities, schools, hospitals, fire departments, police departments, and shelters will be built and constructed out of for a Class 5 hurricane, or to deal with any weather restrictions that we have or any probable damage that could occur. So in other words, your buildings are basically going to be built out of concrete reinforced rebar and basically bunkers. And this will be having a tunnel system to different things, and it will be built and procured as a first responder station. So if anything were to happen, you wouldn't be cut off from your food, you wouldn't be cut off from your clothing, you wouldn't be cut off from emergency medical facilities. All tunnels will tie in together with each other with proper irrigation, air support, and everything else that is properly needed for tunneling, airflow, HVAC, heating, proper ventilation for fresh air intake, and export of any other chemicals like breathing. These are going to be centralized towns, basically going all the way up the whole entire coast. There's going to be different facilities built per different area depending on weather restrictions. In other words, one area might be prone to flooding, and the other area might be prone to high winds, tornadoes, floods. Another area might be prone to snow drifts and others. So proper equipment will be secured to make sure that the first responders can report to their location of problem the fastest that they can. There will be new technology that will be built. There will be new emergency airlift facilities will be built. New emergency responder vehicles with proper tracks and proper conditions will be built and purchased. There is already a prototype on an amphibious tank that can transport, hold, and move securing people if need be. So that means first responders are going to be getting amphibious tanks, specially editioned, non-armored. You don't need armored tanks if you're just transporting people from one side to the next. Plus, you're in America. You ain't fighting your citizens. You're not killing fucking nobody. You're not at war with fucking nobody. Nobody's on your territory. So I think the expenditure on armoring a tank versus using the one that we actually have that will be designated and procured for different areas. Water dams, desalination dams will be built and constructed on different parts of the globe. Different tunneling systems from one town to the next in high valued areas, which is all up north, which is stuff that can is at risk of being covered by snow, debris, or falling rocks. Will be properly tunnel system will be properly built from one territory to the next. That way they can properly receive materials if need be in time of war or in time of first emergency responders catastrophe. This will be going through board and commission. This will be done by very, very well-trained individuals at their particular trade that will be coming together. So there will be electrical, plumbing, there will be fiber optics, roadways, new construction of buildings, painting, drywall, sheetrock, HVAC systems, all kinds of shit